Yeah, I mean, it's all about music.
What was the first instrument you ever played?
The first one, it was a melodica. It's like a little flute, and you press on the little notes like a keyboard notes, and
Okay.
you whistle on it, you blow, and it makes notes.
How old were you when you played that?
I was 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. And you play the piano very well.
Yeah.
How old were you when you started the piano?
The piano, I can say maybe 4 years old. I got my first, my parents bought me the first upright piano. And then I started making noise with the piano, like bam, 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 all types of chords. But even at 2 years old with the melodica, it was starting to play like known songs.
Wow.
Like, like lullabies and Frère Jacques, Au clair de la lune.
Not
like
at
that.
2.
At 2 years old.
Come on.
Yeah. I was like, doo, 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 doo.
You taught yourself
You know?
this? Or like, how did you?
Well, really, I don't remember. I was 2, but
Right.
but it was I was playing that. If YouTube existed at this time,
You'd be a
You'd be a
You'd be a
sensation.
prodigy.
I remember a really funny thing. So when I was 2 or 3, something like that, we went to the beach on the south, and then we went by car, and then suddenly I left my piano in the back of the car. It was so hot that the plastic melted.
Oh no.
And then all the notes went off, and the springs went off. When I came back in the car, I was like crying since from there till we went back to Montreal to buy another one.
Oh my
Can
gosh.
you imagine?
Wow.
That was wow.
That must have been a fun trip for your parents.
I don't remember, but it must be,
I'm just going to say, this is the first episode that Dave makes the Tegronis.
And they're much better,
And
right?
it's the worst one.
Well,
out of them all.
No, come on.
No, I like it. Actually, I think it's better than the first one.
Yes, there you go.
Yep. It's,
There you go. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You owe me $5.
after, Michael, after. All right. So, I was gonna ask you how you got into music, but I guess do you believe in nature over nurture in terms of like you were born with this talent? You don't think that you think you're born with like
Yes.
just a certain
Yeah,
talent
yeah.
musically? Yeah. Okay.
Because it started, I was in at the time it was Steinberg stores. So it's like Walmart today. There was a little bit of, there was more food and a little bit of everything in it.
Okay.
Like a little clothing, little toys, a toy department. Then I was there and I saw this little piano as you were pressing on the notes and there was like little bells like bling, 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 for,
Right.
I saw that. I think it was like, I don't know, $50 at the time, but it was expensive at the time. $50 was probably like $100 today.
Right.
And it was like a week for groceries for my parents or so. So they're like, I started to cry because I wanted the toy. My parents were like, no, we won't buy $50 for a little toy. Come on, So I was crying for like the whole night until they went back and they bought me this toy. And that was the first little toy. And then my parents bought me this melodica, and then I was just like playing. So usually boys have like trucks and stuff.
Yeah.
But I had more like toys.
Wow.
I had like a little mini studio. I had like bongos, shakers. Like that was my toy box, man. The toy box was toys. It was all the instruments.
Were
All
you,
made of plastic, but
right. Were you ever trained? Did you ever take any lessons anywhere? Did you take, or were you just, at what age did your parents realize, oh man, Michael's gifted?
I remember when I was like in kindergarten. You do nap times and stuff. My mom come and she was picking me up at nap time, and then I went to do some rhythm lessons and like little things like that. It was fun. There was like big percussions and stuff.
Right.
I had this little souvenir like that, but after that was more on my own. Then after I did 10 years of classical music, so every Saturday I was going to this classical teacher.
Oh wow.
Learning scales, but I hated learning scales though. At a point, I just I recorded my scales on a tape cassette, and I was just pushing play, for my parents to hear that I was like practicing. I wasn't.
That is amazing.
Until the day my mom opened the door of my room, it's like, Michael, you're not practicing.
That is amazing.
That was a funny one, But I always liked to add my extra little touch to whatever I was learning. So even if it was like doing scales, I was doing scales my way, like a little extra touch, a little thing here and there. I couldn't just do what they wanted 100%. I think it's boring to just do, okay, you interpret a song, but you want to put your own flavor in it. It's all about music.
Because you're born an artist.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what are you best at? Like, what would you say is your strength? Is it the piano? Is there one
Singing?
instrument that you're is it if I asked you today, what are you best at? What would you say?
I can say I'm pretty good at almost everything.
I love that.
But you know
answer,
what?
Michael.
It's strange because I don't really consider me as a musician, but I'm a musician. I'm a great musician.
Right.
But it's what I like in this. It's not about the music.
Okay.
It's about creating something and helping somebody else. Because if it was just for me,
Yeah.
I'll be an artist myself. But I don't see me like performing on a stage and doing the same song over and over again for 6 months or doing touring and stuff.
Okay.
I was too realistic at this time. I think to be an artist, you need to be a little bit. You need to. You're not. If you're not too realistic, you'll be one of them. If you're too realistic, it's like winning the lottery.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, do I want to live a life where I can live out of it? And if it's yes, it's like, oof, okay, let's do something else than music because it's too hard. What are the chances that I can live my life with music? You know?
Right.
But I found a turnaround by doing studio.
Yes.
Right.
So how, maybe it's one of your questions, but how did I did, when did I...
When did that, you said 20 years ago,
Yep,
right?
yep.
So how old were you?
I'm 42.
So you were 22 when you started the studio idea.
Yep. But wait, I was even early. Well, professionally studio around 22.
No, not professionally, just like...
No, not professionally. I was already. I had customers and I was doing things like today, but in smaller.
But when
scale.
was like when did the idea come about that you wanted to start a studio?
So I was in school, and since elementary school, I always had this music thing. People were like, "Oh, Michael, he's the musician of the class of the." You know, I was like the only one with a flute and doing a vibrato on the flute.
Okay.
At school, I was. Doot, doot, doot. I was like. Doot, doot, doot. It was like, okay, how do you do this vibrato? It's boring to the doot, doot. It's like,
Right.
it was really boring, you know. So find the boring stuff and bring it as a fun stuff. So I was doing vibratos, and then after the teacher was like, you know, you're too good on the flute. Oh, go on the piano. You know, usually it's the teacher who's on the piano.
Was she telling your parents like this kid is different?
Oh, they knew it from the start.
Yeah.
Your parents knew from the start?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they knew it. I could play things at 2 years old. I was doing little shows here and there. Once I remember, I did because I was trained in classical, and with this music school, they said, "Oh, okay, we have a end of the year show, talent show." So I was learning a piece. I forgot which one, and I played it so well that and my teacher, I was with an individual teacher, and she called this other teacher who had the school and said, Can I go to this music talent thing for the end of the year? But after the teacher said, so I went once, it was amazing. Then for the second year, she said, no, he can't come because he's too good. He's too advanced, you know. And my students are like,
Jeez.
that was a funny thing, you know. So, but it's, yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's.
Okay, so your parents always knew. So when you decided to turn it into a career, like what was that, at what point? Like, when did that happen?
Because you said, I'm not going to become a musician. You said that's not
Well,
realistic.
I was drunk, you know.
No.
And then I suddenly said, okay, let me be a musician.
Right. But
No, you know what? No, what happened? Okay. So I had all these little instruments when I was a kid.
Yeah.
All these plastic instruments and little percussions and stuff. And I was staring at the time, I remember at the time, on the TV, like around 7 o'clock.
Okay.
There was no TV shows anymore. There was just like a blue screen with written things, and there was like a background music playing.
Okay.
That was at the time. Not like today. But I sound old here, but no, I'm not. And I was like, I was listening to all these violins and pianos on the TV, and I was like, wow, like I love listening to sounds and all types of instruments. So at a point when I was about 12 years old, my uncle bought me a synthesizer. It was a Roland D5, I remember.
Okay, what's a synthesizer? Just
It's a keyboard with sounds in it.
Okay.
But at that time, between a piano sound and an organ sound, and you need to read on the screen, oh, it says piano. Okay, yeah, it's true. It sounds like a piano.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't like today. It was more like a synthesizer, electronic synthesizer that was imitating sounds.
Okay.
So I had that, and then I clicked. That was the clicking of, I can produce stuff. I can take this sound and mix it with this sound and take a percussion and mix it with that sound. So I had 2 tape cassettes. One, I was recording with it. I was playing something. Then after I was playing play on this one and record on the other one, it was playing what was on the first tape, plus I was recording another thing. So I was like doing my own sequence with tapes and tapes and tapes.
Very interesting.
At the end, there was a lot of like, but you can imagine what I was doing there. It was amazing.
For sure.
And then after that, I bought my first sequencer, digital sequencer. And from there, I can say from 13 years old, every Saturday I was at music store / Steve's Music, to not do like advertising, but
No, it's okay. We're buddies with Steve, so it's
I know. So I knew everybody there. I was every Saturday. My father was getting crazy, like, oh my god, not again, no, again. You want to go? So I
had dreams of going to like the video game section of a store. You were bugging your parents to go to the music store,
for
right?
next Saturday. What am I gonna buy?
That's amazing.
Right.
And I had pamphlets. I had this pamphlet of this keyboard for like 3 months in a row. I was looking day and night to it. I was like, oh, I know it's going to get this soon. Oh my God. I was checking and reading the same lines again and again because there was no internet yet.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you can't just go on YouTube and check it out. No. I went like twice at the store, just to check, just to try the keyboard, you know, since I got it. I remember the vibe when you have this box and the smell of the new synth. I was like, wow, excited. I was like 24 hours on it. Like I couldn't sleep. I was like, wow, just playing on it. I was just so into it. And after that, in 1998, well, no, before that, I didn't know what type of job I'm going to do yet. Should I go and study in music and play like what I see on TV, like bands and like TV shows, like a type of, like talk shows and stuff. You always have bands in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Will I be like the guy who's going to direct the band? What am I going to do from there? You know, I didn't know. But I knew it's the thing that I'm going to do.
But you knew it was music.
I knew it was music. Yeah.
So when did it click that, okay, I'm going to open a studio? Like, I want to open a
So
studio.
basically, I was in Florida on the beach. I was lying
A
down.
lot of stories happen in Florida. I just want
Yeah,
to say.
totally.
Okay.
It happened. A lot of stories happen in Florida, actually. Even nice contracts and stuff.
Nice.
But I was lying on the beach, and it was like the sun on my face. I was like, "Oh my God, what am I gonna do as a job?" You know, I'm like, I don't know, what am I gonna do? You know, I always think ahead.
Were your parents pushing like traditional education on you, or like?
Not at this time yet,
Okay.
because I was still in high school.
Okay.
And then I said, "Wait a minute," because in my head it was like I can't just do shows. I'm not an artist, you know.
All right.
So, I was like, "Wait, I have this synthesizer. I have like speakers, and I have a little percussions.
Yeah.
I can maybe do a studio.
I could
like,
get a
do
microphone
ads."
and boom.
And I was like so excited that day. I was, oh my God, I found it. I said, my mom, I told my mom, I'm going to do a studio. What? A studio? Like, what are you going to do with a studio? What do you mean a studio? I'm like, yeah, people are going to come at home and I'm going to record for them. I'm going to do their own musics. She's like, okay, I don't know. I never thought about it. I'm like, but because my mom, she really wanted me to be an artist.
Right.
She really pictured me like, the next, the next artist.
Right.
And I had opportunity. I had Donald K. Donald. They came personally here. I had, sorry, I totally forgot. And I had a lot of people.
Who's Donald K. Donald for those that don't know?
He's a partner of René Angélil, and he's like it's a big like label company.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, limousine. It's like almost close the street because they're going to come here. It's like, it was so exciting,
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. And it's like, it was an exciting thing, The guy was like, wow, the guy is amazing. Wait a couple of years and call me back.
Okay.
The guy is like, yeah, there's something, I had opportunities,
Yeah.
But, I mean, everything comes for something. I'm really happy the way I am now. I don't want to turn to be an artist. It's not my thing.
It's not your thing.
But, so all this to say where I was in my idea flow here. Yeah, so I had this idea to do a studio. So when I came back to Montreal, okay, get a phone number.
Yeah.
Business line. Room, let's convert the room as a music studio. The closet was a small closet. Turn it into a booth.
Nice.
And YouTube didn't exist to like five steps to create your home studio. So,
Totally,
so it was just off of your brain. You're like, this makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Okay. And then how to advertise this. Like at the time you have these little local newspaper, The Hour, The Mirror.
Right.
And I did some ads. And then
No
suddenly,
way.
First call, ring, second, third,
Wow.
fourth. It was calling. It was like at the dentist. People were like waiting on the line in the stairs.
Wow. Who was the first person you ever recorded? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
You don't remember, eh?
No. But I remember a lot of funny stuff.
But you don't remember your first recording session where you were recording someone else?
No, because we were doing so much stuff.
But you weren't like nervous, like I have no idea what I'm doing?
No, I knew what I was doing. Before that, I was doing my own stage. For 24 hours a day, I was in my room studying these software, studying this. I was doing
so
music for me.
So when when the client came in, you were already confident.
I was like today. Like I knew what I was doing because I was doing things for my own for so long.
Right.
Before that, you know. So when they came, they were like, "Wow, this guy can do. Can you do this for me?" Sure. I was founding sign right away, founding all types of things.
Mixing, mastering.
Yep.
Or that was not a thing yet.
With what I had in my room.
So you've come a long way to what you have today here.
Totally.
When I came here for the first time, whenever I said 16 years ago.
I can say studio. Now it's Studio C. There was Studio B and Studio A. Studio A was the starting point.
Yeah, I only knew Studio B, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Studio A was upstairs.
Different. Here, the room that we're in right now was actually the booth and the engineer room.
Totally.
And
Okay. Yeah. So now this is Studio C, as you call it.
So on Studio A, the start, I had to know, like, okay, no phone ringing, no TV, the heater, if we're recording something, turn off the heater for like 10 minutes or whatever.
Interesting.
In summer, to cut the lawn and stuff, I knew when they're going to come. And because I didn't want to schedule somebody and then you hear like, and the birds and all these things.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Then at a point, my parents were like, look, we can't live anymore in this house. We have to do something,
Right.
Okay, let's do a studio for him downstairs because it makes no sense. Like, we can't do this upstairs.
Yeah.
So we did the studio downstairs.
Interesting.
And that was another step,
This is every person I brought here are like
amazed.
They drop how fantastic it is here.
Yeah, I mean it's
Who are some of the art, like can you name some people you've worked with that
Well, I did La Chicane at the time. I didn't even know them.
Okay.
Today I know it was La Chicane, but I even remember. Yeah, anyways, it's so funny, but there was a lot of funny stuff. But
he doesn't want to. He's like, I am actually not going to
share this on camera.
Not on camera. I always forget I'm on camera.
That's hilarious.
But
we want you to forget that. That's the goal.
Oh yeah, totally.
Keep drinking.
Italian stuff.
This is an Italian drink. Yeah,
it is, huh?
Yeah. I do want to ask.
There's a little sweet thing in it.
It's
sweet?
It's Campari and vermouth.
Campari is very sweet, and vermouth as well. And then the tequila is strong, but
exactly. But I like, man.
That's why I like. Usually there's a piece of grapefruit, but
lemon or something. No, orange
or grapefruit. I did want to ask you.
Yeah.
I never mentioned this to you since the 15 years I know you, but I'll bring it up now. Now that the cameras are rolling, it might be the worst time to roll, but whatever. With your vision.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to call it. There's definitely like you're not blind.
Well, I'm legally blind. If you want.
You're legally.
That's another thing that people.
Okay, so before we get there, we should just say you're legally blind. That's
shit.
What you call
am I? Fuck, I didn't know.
I forget all the time.
I even forget myself. I mean,
but that's what's incredible with what you've done is that
you've done all this.
It's a testament to all your work and your stuff that like I hang out with you and we don't even realize it anymore. You know, so. I mean, I guess you could continue with your question. So what?
Well, if you want to go.
Well, that's why I was like, what am I going to do as a job?
Right.
Because I don't see that well.
But were you legally blind at 2 years old?
So you're born with it, or you?
I'm born with low vision. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm born with low vision.
So do you think that's what brought the obsession for music?
Well, probably yeah. I mean, if you have less vision, your audio is
heightened
more,
senses, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it was more in sound.
Wow.
You know.
But you never saw it as a restriction, like, oh man, how am I going to produce all this stuff?
No.
Yeah, because so many people would have stopped or wouldn't even have tried.
Not at all. Because I'm so sure of myself. I know exactly what I have to do. There's no limit.
Well, it's like last week when I came here and I was like, who helped you put this together? You're like, no, I put this together. And I was like, no, who? Yeah, and I was like, no, who helped you? And you're like, no, I put this together.
Look, I started with one little mixture.
Yeah.
I was reading everything about it. Where's the holes? Where's all the things? And then you try. If it makes it, okay, it's not wrong. Yeah, I tried this. I tried that. You know, because I like to know what's happening. If you let's say you buy a car, okay?
Yeah.
If you don't know how your car works, you're always going to bring it to the car repair. You know, at a point, you're going to waste money for nothing, and you're like ignorant. Like you need to know how your car works. Like, oh, this noise. Oh, I know what it is. I'll fix it. You know?
Yeah.
So same thing for digital and recording. I won't call like a technician. He's gonna fix it. Okay, if you have other problems in the future, call me. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
You'll never advance like that.
So
But you have to think from A to Z. Now, at this point, I started from the start. I started from the start. I started with a synth.
But legally, but you wow,
Yes.
It's very impressive.
It doesn't mean anything. No, there's nothing impressive about it. It's because I'm born like that,
But you got to understand, to other people, like to people like us, it's incredibly impressive. It leaves us in awe to see something like that of you, because I can't think of, for me, doing anything. Like, for me, it would be a big obstacle that I wouldn't be able to overcome. And for you, it's just, it's impressive what you've done and what you've overcome to be where you are today. And especially, it's just to be as good as you are and doing it. That's what makes it impressive, right?
Yeah, because you're running a business here.
Yeah, totally.
And
but more than the vision thing is the passion thing.
Right.
It's to know, because I have so much clientele.
Yeah.
And they all want to go to. They want to learn how to do sound engineering and stuff.
Yeah.
But you need to have this thing too. If you're not patient and if you don't have music talent and you just go and study something, you'll never do something out of it.
No, of course.
No, the passion has to be.
Yeah,
for sure.
You need to know how to listen to people. You need to understand. Like, I know before they tell me, I know exactly what they want.
Okay.
It's like there's categories of person. Like the way they laugh. Oh, I know. Okay, I know how this guy is. Or the way they talk. Because in this business, you need to know how to filter people on the phone as well.
Right.
If somebody calls you, it's like, hey, what's the price? Okay, he's a category. Okay, he's hip hop. Don't tell me he's going to sing classical music. Okay, he's hip hop right away. First category, and he talks like this. So okay, he comes from I don't know where. I'm not saying he's not nice, but it's his way. I know there's, and I swear, just like you can detect people like that.
Well, I guess that's a skill that you've kind of learned
with the time. Because I've met so much different type of people.
So career-wise, so what do you do now? So basically, you run QDS Studios, which we are in right now. So what do you offer? What are the services you offer?
Okay, so first of all, if you want to know what's the name, why QDS Studio?
That's also
Quick
very
Demo
good.
Studios.
At the time, yes.
I thought
you want
the
to do
D
a
stood for
studio?
Dave. No?
No.
I thought the D stood for Dave. No.
But at the time,
He is Quick Dave though.
Yeah, but
that's what they.
but yeah, when you place an ad, you want to find something like, okay, you want people to call first of all. So if you put a name that makes no sense,
Yeah.
like Studio 402, I don't know.
Yeah.
Studio, I don't know.
Studio 11.
People, okay, what did they wanted to do at the time? They wanted to do demos,
Right.
Because doing real songs, it costs a fortune in real studios.
Yeah, because that's what you would give to the label, because the industry's changed. But back then, you would do a 4 or 5 track demo, and you would give it to the labels,
You were doing
right?
a demo.
Yeah.
And you want to do it. Everybody are like, I want to do the demo now, like this week or this month max,
Yeah.
So Quick Demo Studio.
That's what it stands for.
That's it. People call. Oh, I want to do a demo. Why calling a studio that has totally another name that doesn't say anything?
Yeah.
So there was no Google, So
Right.
and then after that, people knew the name, and I was like, I felt like it was a part of what I created.
Yeah.
I can't just like change a totally name it, a totally new name. I said, let's just call it QDS. Yeah, Quick Demo Studio, QDS Recording Studio. That's it.
Sounds right though.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I like
so
it.
I did like that, and that's it.
So what services do you offer? Like what
So I do everything that's like recording, vocal recording, soundtrack recording as well. So I produce soundtracks, mixing, mastering, and now I included piano lessons and vocal lessons.
Wow.
Because I coach people. So and this I think in life there's always something you're at a point you're ready for another change.
Right. You're always evolving. Right?
So I remember when the teacher was like teaching me piano, I was like, why do they teach piano? It sounds boring, But now here am I teaching piano as well.
Right.
But
you actually added your own twist to it, right?
But with my own twist.
Of course.
Totally. I'm teaching what I didn't like teacher to teach me.
That's good.
Boring stuff, like get it out of the way. Just teach fun stuff.
Nice. Is there I think was it you who told me that like your hands need to be a certain size to like master the piano and stuff like that, or that wasn't you? Can anyone like if I wanted to master the piano, would you be able to teach me, you think, or is it too late?
Well, no, you can teach pretty much everybody, but it depends. There's people that it's going to be easier and people that it's going to be very hard or maybe
impossible,
depending on, first of all, you need to have the rhythm,
Right. Is that something you could teach? Because like I don't have rhythm. I don't understand music. I've spoken about this on the previous podcast, but music to me, it's way over my head. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't have a good voice. I'm not able to do anything really. I play one song on the piano. It's because I memorized it, and that's about it. So is rhythm something you can teach? Can you teach somebody rhythm?
Well, rhythm, I think you can. You can improve it.
Right.
At a point, you won't be like the best in the world, but you will improve it and you'll get better.
You'll be the best version of you.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Okay.
We're all at a point.
Fair
we're
enough.
all the best of what we can be at the moment now.
Yeah.
And what about singing? Is it the same thing? Or is there some people that come in and you're just like, you have no hope? Or...
Well, it's like, I mean...
you had to see, like, if I came here and yeah, that's a good question, Dave. People are, like, convinced that they want to be singers, right?
Yep.
So do you ever crush dreams? Or you never do that?
I'm somebody, I'm true with everybody, okay?
Right.
But I'm not crushing your dream. I'm going to tell you the reality, and I'll tell you what you can improve.
Okay.
And you know what? What I really learned, like, I have students, okay? You do a note, you play like, doo, and he sings like,
Right.
oh,
That would
boy,
be
you're
me.
out of the note.
That would be me.
Play the same note again, doo, no, makes no sense. How I was going to teach? So, first of all, if you put confidence in themselves, I'm like, trust you, be confident. Don't be, even if you do a false note, do it with proud, okay?
Yeah.
And I do this with a couple of students, and I see in 5 courses, I see a big major difference. I'm like, wowed.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I said, let me try and see if I can help them, because I love helping people.
So I could learn to sing too?
I can't say, look, you're not good, get the hell out of here. No way.
Can you teach me how to sing?
Yeah, why not?
No, Joey's a lost cause. Let's be honest.
I never heard you, but...
No, I'm really bad.
What did you think in terms of Joey as a rapper?
Don't turn this into a beef.
Don't
turn this into a beef.
You don't have to answer that question.
Well, I hear,
This is
I
not
hear
a
so many
deposition.
people, but Joey, you had good lyrics. You had good. I love Joey. I love the vibe. Sometimes I pretty much like everybody, but there's certain people I like. It clicks really like.
Yeah.
Joey, like I don't know, it's like I've known you since I was a kid or something. I don't know why. It's strange, man.
It is. No, we've known each other for a very long time.
But it's the rapper and you enjoyed it.
I brought a lot of people here too.
I remember.
I used to come here like sometimes 10 people, 10 deep.
I came here before.
Yeah.
I came here with you. It's fun.
It's great to see the evolution of a person. You're a rapper and now you have a company. And
yeah.
It's amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've built this business.
Yep.
You're a great artist. You're a great producer. You're a great teacher now. What's the biggest obstacle you faced in terms of business in your life? Would you call it? Would you say the visual impairment is an obstacle, or would you just say it was something else in building this business? You came across something. This is for like the entrepreneurs watching. What was your biggest?
I can say at the time, not now, okay, but at the time, let's say 10 years ago or so. I wanted to meet other people, do some contacts. I wanted to go out,
network.
In clubs.
You want to
say,
network.
Hey, I have a studio. What's up?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what usually people are going to go. They're going to go in clubs and meet
Yeah.
other
Right.
people and try to do contacts.
Sure.
Me, because I have a vision problem, I don't drive. I don't see well when it's dark.
Right.
So for me, clubs are out of the question. I hate it. It's like it's too loud. I don't hear. I can't like lips reading or something.
Right.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't hear. You can try to read what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't. I just hear like, it's so loud. It's like,
Yeah.
what the hell, So I didn't do that. I was like, damn it. I would like to go and meet some people, And I'm like, you know what? Doesn't matter. People come to me instead. Like I go to them, they come to me, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And all the right people come to me, and it's great like that.
Especially digital nowadays, right?
Yeah, totally.
Online.
Yeah. Today, I you don't need to go in clubs.
I found you because of Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it was me and Faraz when we came here.
You search quick demos.
No, we just searched recording studio in the West Island. It was the only one,
Right.
and but then we realized it was in someone's house. So I gave the address to my mom, and I'm like, if I go missing, I'm here.
Have you ever beat it up or something?
That's amazing.
That's so funny, man.
That's amazing.
I did another business as well while I was doing the studio at the start.
Yes.
That's one of my little regrets, though.
You had Sound Clicks before Sound Clicks.
Exactly. I invented a platform. It was called hiptracks.com. I was selling hip hop tracks.
That's crazy.
And with individual files recorded, and you have the royalties to use it. So there was a royalty-free section. There was a one-time buy section. Like today, you buy it once and it's yours.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
There was a lease section,
There was
basically.
a leak,
Yeah,
totally,
yeah. Okay.
So I had like 100 products of my own. Then after I was starting to repeat it myself, I was like, you know, what can I do to push it? And people, especially in the U.S., people were buying the tracks.
Yeah.
It was really exciting. You had your flip phone in your pocket, and then suddenly it just rings, bing. Oh, $200 U.S. sales. Wow. It's amazing. We're doing nothing, you know? So after I had this idea, in the same year, I dreamt about this thing. I was like, I waked up in the morning and said, oh my God, I have to do a website. I have to sell music on the website. You know?
So that's the business side of you.
Yeah.
Because you're both extremely talented and you have the entrepreneurial
Totally.
gene. So it's like.
So after that, I said, you know what? Let's do people going to sell their own products on my website.
Right.
I did a banner there. Sell your own songs on be partner with Hip Tracks.
Yeah.
And I had I don't know how many papers, man. It was coming in. It's like, come on, when is it going to be out? The service. I want to sell my product. You know?
Right.
But I need to find a lawyer, and it costs a lot of money too, because I don't want people to sell music on my website and it's not their music.
Right.
They're going to sue me. So
you need a liability lawyer to
You
keep
probably
up
had
those
that.
issues.
So I'll be like on an island right now.
Oh man.
You should have done it even
my
without
God.
the lawyer stuff. See what happens.
Yeah.
No? Do you regret it now? Would you have
No,
done
it's
it?
too late.
No, but I mean, looking back, were you like, I should have just fucking done it?
Without
Totally.
the lawyers, right?
Without
Just
the
been
lawyers.
like,
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
because worst case, maybe you just got shut down.
But, you know, I mean, it's a regret. It's not that bad of a regret. But, I mean, if I'm thinking again, I'm like, oh, man. It's like if I lost a lottery type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a money idea, definitely.
No, it was a great. It was in 2000. It was exactly the
Especially
time.
that the leads were coming in. You said you're getting all these requests.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Imagine,
nuts.
man. You have this, and it's not a website like I'm telling you. It's a.
It was gonna become a hub.
platform.
Yeah, a platform. So you could have charged what, 10 to 20% for every beat sold. Like,
Totally. I could give them 5
That could have
10%.
been crazy.
It was like
we could have
there
been
was
doing,
no,
we could have
there
been
was
doing
no
this from your
competition.
private island.
There was no competition, man.
wow.
That's
Aye.
well,
But, you know.
it goes to show that you have the entrepreneurial spirit, right?
Yep.
To have the foresight to do that, even though it didn't really pan out the way you wanted to. You know, if you had extra resources here or there, you could have banged it out. But the fact that you even thought of doing that, whereas most people wouldn't have, I mean, it goes to show your entrepreneurial spirit, which is
Totally.
really cool.
I did another one as well. I did another one called findyourstudio.ca. It was like a yellow pages, but for all like dance studios, photo studios,
that's not a bad idea, too.
recording studio. But that was a flop.
Yeah, that didn't work out as well.
No, that was a flop. And then I said, you know what? Forget the internet for me. That's it. It's over. I had to try another 10,000 spent in there. Paf. But you know, I like creating. This is the thing. I like doing stuff.
Right.
So where does it stop? Like you have this studio. What's the next thing? What's the end
next
goal?
is the private piano and singing lessons.
Okay.
This is like 1 year now.
Okay.
I'm boosting it.
Okay.
And I love it because it makes a compliment because I love talking. I love sharing.
Yeah.
And in studio, I do that, but I'm always in front of technology like a computer and screens and software. And it's like,
You're
at a
never
point, you know,
one-on-one, right?
you're always sitting and I'm like, why not like just sitting with people and sharing and hear them sing and sing with them and play with them? It's fun. So I'm doing both.
Oh.
And it's the ideal.
Okay.
Cannot be happy.
Do you have like a 5-year goal from now? Like where you want to be in 5 years, or?
Almost having a school type of thing.
Right. Okay, that's pretty cool. The Michael
Having
Ben
a school,
School of Music.
Yep.
All right, that's pretty good.
The Michael Keys.
Oh,
Michael
I like
Keys
it.
School or
Michael
something,
Keys
yeah.
School.
Yeah.
I like it.
But really made, you know what? It's like, how can I say? People, they always think, oh, music, you need to read something with a sheet.
Right.
Do you think major singers, when you think a rapper, okay?
Yeah.
He's doing a show. Let's say, I don't know, take Dr. Dre, okay?
Yeah.
How many lyrics does he know by heart? He knows all his lyrics by heart. You
Yeah.
think he's going to have a paper in front of him and start reading?
Yeah.
It's the same thing for music, man. Like, you know, if you want to be a classical, like a really great classical artist, yes, you need to read and you need to interpret exactly what's on the paper. Because after that, if you take a Beethoven music or something,
Yeah.
a piece, if everybody does the way I'm going to do it, it's totally going to change the music at the end of the line.
Right.
After 20 people, it's going to be totally different. So I totally respect that. It's totally normal. But I think the goal of music, why parents want to bring their kids or even adults. I have so many adults. They're like, my dream is to play piano.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, it's not too late, huh? You're here. It's not. They're like, I feel it's too late. I'm like, it's never too late.
Right.
But the parents, they want to bring their kids because they want them to express themselves as a musician, not to just play what's written on the paper.
Right. You want to get that artist side.
Yeah, and you have this image of, okay, I'm going to a music teacher. Here's the sheet in front of you and play what's on the sheet. That's a little boring.
Yeah.
Right.
I want you to improvise on the piano. I want you to hear something and know what it is. Why am I playing that? I'm playing a fifth, not an octave or something. So I have this talent because I can hear something and play it right away. So I'm really showing what I understand in music as a type of, not guru, but, there's this type of person like, wow, you play so well. How do you do that?
Right.
Well, I'll show you how I do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's pretty much that.
Did you have a musical inspiration? Was there someone you looked up to, or is there someone that you really
I loved Celine Dion when I was smaller.
Okay.
I loved Celine Dion.
Right.
David Foster.
So that must have been when Donald or whatever came.
It was like, wow.
And that must have been like, wow.
Exciting.
You. Yeah.
It's very exciting, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Do you ever get to meet her?
Celine Dion? No.
Not yet, eh?
No.
Still time.
But, yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't like a specific artist. I like pretty much all types of genres,
Okay.
So I'm just inspired by sounds but you know what? I'm more inspired from the music from 2000 and before than today.
Right.
Today it's just sounds and all types of rhythms and sound. There's no more Koreans. C'est plus, comment on dit ça? Comment tu dis ça?
You can say
cohérent.
Okay.
Coherence.
Coherence, exactly.
Right.
It's like, it's just a whole, you check a lot of music, they have the same chords. Like
Yeah,
four
yeah,
chords
yeah.
the same
Well, that's
thing.
what a lot of artists are saying, yeah. It's because there's trends, and then people jump on the trend,
Exactly.
and that's all they know.
But before, it was like nice chords and all types of sounds, like real instruments, and violins, and it was more like, I don't know, chic, more refined. But there's great music today too, but I mean,
It's definitely changed.
The inspiration is different.
100%. I want to ask you, since you have a lot of people that come here and they record, was there one artist that like you stopped and you're like, you're too good, like you're like, you have to do something about this, like take him to the next level, or
once I had this girl, she was a finaliste de McDonald's. They did a contest and they brought it here from McDonald's.
McDonald's
McDonald's the restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, they did a
Semi-finalist
contest
in what? The contest? What type of contest?
of a singing lesson.
No
Singing.
way.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was this contest at McDonald's, and this girl, I think she did La Voix as well.
Okay.
Really?
I forgot her name, but she had this amazing voice. Like you hear, it's like, wow. I wanted to take her,
Right.
but it's like, it was a little while ago, but sometimes you really hear a talent, like, wow, it's amazing.
Right.
And sometimes you're like, but you can't, it's their dream. You have to help them.
You have to help them.
But you see them improve, and it's funny. Sometimes you receive hugs from people you don't know. They're like, thank you so much, Mike. I'm like, okay. It's like, you don't like hugs? I'm like, well, it depends from who. I don't know you. It's like, okay. But yeah, I mean,
someone who you didn't follow the traditional educational route, right? Like you kind of went, it's kind of an unorthodox way of doing things. You're an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
As a father, are you kind of going to force school onto your kids if they have a passion for photography or music?
Well,
like they're gonna listen. Your kids are listening, by the way. So,
hi kids. It's amazing to be a father, by the way. It's like you live through your kids. It's like if you're you when you're young.
Right.
It's exciting, and you're trying to put it even better than when you were young.
Yeah, of course.
It's like it's amazing, But I think I don't want my kids to go in music. I think music is too hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they?
I mean, it depends. They can do their studies and stuff and do music at the same, but don't start a dream and be, I want to be a singer, or I won't stop them, but I'm not like
like what
pushing them.
What if someone would have stopped you, right? It was impossible to stop you to doing what you're doing, right?
Because it was too obvious.
Okay.
But
Did
they inherit your musical gift? kind of, or would you say?
I don't know.
You
No,
don't know.
not my son. No.
Okay.
Not my son. My daughter, she's two and a half. And,
So it's too early to.
yeah, at her age, I was already in music. You know,
Yeah.
It's a special gift. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Especially
That's
in
a
your
special
case.
gift. I take an instrument. I could learn the instrument by myself. I could take an accordion and learn how to play it.
Yeah.
You know, so
Very impressive.
it's a self-learning thing that I have. Like I don't feel I need somebody to teach me or tell me you're doing this wrong. I know I'm doing it wrong. I don't know why. And I'm not saying I know everything. You know, I'm not perfect, but
I'm damn near close.
I have this. I don't know, man. I have this
Look, we wouldn't take anyone
reassurance
but the
thing.
best to do it.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm learning. Like, look, what I didn't do courses to train people how to sing.
Right.
You know, but I sing very well, and I know exactly how to. I like. Okay, if you can't do this, it's not good for your voice. It's too obvious, but people doesn't know.
Yeah.
If you're yelling, you can't. You need to learn how to breathe properly.
Yeah.
You need to. Your muscle needs to contract and go equally. You need to deliver your air equally. If it's not, it's going to be like a shaky voice.
Yeah.
Things like that people doesn't. They go on YouTube and they try to see what they have, but I don't even go to YouTube to check. You know. But sometimes just by curiosity, I go and check like that. But
Right.
it's like, you know.
Well, what are you most proud of professionally? Like when you look back at your life, or look back to where you are now, like what makes you go like, wow, I'm proud that I accomplished that.
I can say I'm proud of the customers that I have.
Right.
Yeah,
Clientele.
very loyal customers. They're almost like friends. They're almost like it's like I talk to you.
Yeah. So I'm
All
not,
types of customers like that.
I'm not special. Okay.
No, you're special, man.
Now I'm a
No,
little.
no, no.
Now I'm a little hurt.
No, but you know, it's like they come and it's very personal doing music. When you sing, it's like it's a little bit and it's intimate.
Well,
Yeah.
for sure. Absolutely.
You know, it's sometimes people are shy, and if you go to studio, I went to other studios, and you have this, you feel like I don't belong here.
Mm-hmm.
There's this cold vibe, and the guy's like, okay, you like it? You want to try it again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I keep this take? Okay. He doesn't care.
He's not invested.
He totally not.
Yeah.
He just want to get home at the end of the day or something. I was like, do you like your job or something? Or
Yeah.
it's terrible, you know. Why not helping the person in front of you and make him feel like he's important? And I'm making, even if Celine Dion comes here, I'm gonna have the same treatment if somebody from the street that comes in.
Yeah.
You know, we're all human beings. Come on, it's
I like
the
that.
same thing. It's the same thing.
I like
Totally.
that, Michael. That's
What's the difference? Tell me.
No, you're right.
There's no difference. Okay, yeah, you did great in the business because you had the opportunity, you have the talent. That's great,
Yeah.
but you're still breathing the same air as me.
I absolutely believe
We're
that.
the same person.
And
Yeah.
the more you meet the people who you tend to put these stars on the pedestals, right? And you think that they're superhuman. And once you start meeting them more and more, you realize
Yeah.
that they have the same insecurities. They have the same.
They
they're
can have
just
headaches like
and me.
you. They can have
exactly.
cake like you. The
So
same thing, man.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree with that statement, and the way that to treat others exactly the same as.
I think these are the best artists.
Right.
Artists that's like, I'm a big head and I'm talking to you because I'm big.
Yeah.
That's not a real person. It's fake. It's you have to.
They've been drinking the Kool-Aid for too long sometimes.
Yeah, you have to be real in life, man. I mean, it's life is short. Enjoy what you do, and you know what? Don't think this just for the money. The money will come one day. I don't know when. One day will come if you just do the best you can and do what you like
And do what you love.
and
Yeah.
make it show to other people.
Yeah.
They're gonna come back to you.
Yeah.
They're gonna run to you back. They're gonna,
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of customers. They went to other studios. They're like, Michael, oh my God, I went to this studio. Oh my God, you can't imagine what happened to me. It's terrible. I'm coming back. I was like,
Wow.
and I don't feel offended because he went somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, great. I'm happy you went to somewhere else, and you realized.
Yeah, exactly. So, what would you say to someone who's watching right now who wants to start their own studio? They want to get into the rap game or the music game, and they want to start their own studio.
Yeah,
Like,
also for the younger people, I would say
Yep. Well, today, okay, I got to tell you. So today, it's harder than before because before, equipment was expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So number one, you need to have some money to do
Right.
that, and it wasn't everybody who had the equipment to do this.
The means, yeah.
To burn a CD burner cost like about $1,000. Today's $40.
Yeah, and you don't need
and you don't even burn
need a
CDs
CD
anymore.
right.
You used to have like the 9 CDs at a time or something, right?
Yeah, I have yeah. microboards.
Right.
And so my business side of it, I said I'm gonna buy a robot that's like print overnight labels. I'm gonna do a little label thing for customers.
Right.
All key in hand. You come here, you record, you have your CD labeled and everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was about to buy it, but after that, I knew that the CD was going on.
The industry changed too
maybe
quickly.
I shouldn't do that. I said, nah, forget it.
Well, so that was a good business move, not doing it.
Second of all, you need to be passionate. You need to have this extra passion. Okay, extra passion, because don't do this for the money. It's very hard. If you have the talent, and you need to know how to listen to people, to their needs. I'm not the type of person that I'm gonna say, okay, I'll mix it and I'll send it to you.
Right.
That's the word. That's a bad scenario.
Yeah.
Because everybody's different. It's not because I'm the professional here that I like that you will like this.
Right.
So what's important at the end of the line is that you like it. Okay, and that it's like marketable and it sounds great too. So I'm gonna give you ideas. Okay, you like that? I don't really like that, but if you like it, let's do it that way. Maybe change this little thing. It might sound a little better. And he's like, yeah, I like it. It's all the way you talk to the person. If you're like no right away, he's gonna hate you. He's gonna go somewhere else.
So it's another version of, you're in the people business still. You still need to know how to manage people. You still know how to interact with people.
Totally,
right?
it's a big part of it actually.
Okay.
Even more than the studio.
Right.
You can have a crappy studio, but be so like
Likeable
and stuff that you're gonna come back to you.
Right.
But not selling my ideas, but no, but
Yeah.
it's what else? I had this little idea there. Yeah, you need to have this passion. You need to have this patience too. You need to have a lot of patience, and you need to get ready for all types of situation. The guy comes to do drums. You thought it was a real drum. It's like, no. I went to do sequence drums. Sorry, I didn't explain myself well.
Yeah.
Oh, no problem. I'll do sequence drums for you. What type of beat you want to do? It's like, I want to do this type of beat. You need to go and find the right sound right away. You need to know your stuff.
Right.
If you're starting to find because even up to date, you always have this little, when you have a new customer.
Yeah.
This little, the customer scheduled you for 3 hours. And you have to do a music in 3 hours. Otherwise, you won't be satisfied. If you have nothing, you're like, we tried for 3 hours, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
Pay the session.
I remember I used to do songs in 1 hour. Michael used to hate it. I was like, Michael, we have to do a song in an hour. I used to get there, run in the booth.
Yeah.
And I remember those.
But you need to have this little, you need to be confident that in 3 hours, you're going to have a music.
Yeah.
Because he needs to leave out of here with something. Otherwise, he won't be happy,
Right.
He won't pay this amount of money for nothing. So it could happen. It's really rare, but it could happen. You never know.
Interesting.
But it's all about talking and understanding. You need to be on the same page every time when you talk. Once I had a customer. He was here for 3 hours.
Okay.
He's like, Michael, I did this song at home, and here's the track, and I want you to play drums on top of it. I'm like, okay, so let's do this with the keyboard. He's like, yeah. So I found the right sound of drums. We were agreeing all this time together. He was here live with me. Do you like this rhythm? Yeah, I love it. That's perfect. He goes home. I receive a message an hour after. I really hated the service. I didn't want you to play with the keyboard with that sound. And like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like you agreed all this time with me. You were happy when you left the studio. It was the same one. He's like, yeah, I'm not happy. I'm gonna send my. I want a refund. I'm like, look, if you want to start with that, you'll deal with my lawyer. You have to be. You have to be like strict. You want that? Sure, you'll have it. But you have to be on the same page.
For sure.
Because sometimes you could have surprises.
Oh yeah, I could imagine.
All types of people. Once I had a guy. Ça c'est un effet cocasse. Mais un effet cocasse qui est un petit peu a little disturbing a little bit. So when
I want to hear it.
When Studio B, okay, when Studio B.
Yeah.
I had this guy, but it was the mom because I always filter my calls.
Okay.
So c'est comme, oui, bonjour, je voudrais prendre une session d'enregistrement pour mon fils et tout ça. She sounded great. I mean, she sounded posée, nice. I'm like, sure, okay, let's schedule the date. And then the date arrives and the son comes, but not the mom. No problem. The son comes in. So I'm sitting, je dis, bon, alors on fait quoi aujourd'hui? Ben, je voudrais enregistrer de la guitare. OK, on va enregistrer de la guitare. Voilà une guitare, je lui passe la guitare. Tring, tring, tring. OK, est-ce que tu sais ce que tu vas enregistrer? Ben, je sais pas encore, mais je vais trouver quelque chose, là. OK, OK, ça a l'air bizarre. Il enregistre de quoi? Really shitty, you know? After that, bon, tu veux faire quelque chose d'autre? Ouais, je voudrais enregistrer des bongos. Des bongos. Bon, in my head, okay, there's something fishy, you know? He have a little problem in his head, you know? It doesn't matter. He's still nice, you know, but after that, I go on the other side, I come back here, I'm sitting up his headphones parce que he's like, I don't hear well on my headphones. Je viens puis je dis, t'entends pas bien dans tes écouteurs? Il fait, quoi? Tu veux que je te suce? Je suis comme, what? I went, whoa. I was like, whoa. What's going on? You know? Holy shit.
This is not where I thought
This took a turn.
Oh, yeah.
Michael, I'm not going to lie to you. This took a turn.
Yeah, it took a turn. I'm like, OK, toi, suis-moi. Je suis comme, suis-moi. Je suis sorti du studio. Paf, lock the studio door. Clack, I have a special key. Door is locked, so he can't do anything. You know, he's getting crazy, you know? It's between him and me. There's no studio behind.
And you called his mom right away?
Je lui ai dit, je suis désolé, mais je ne peux pas travailler avec toi parce que ça marche pas, là. Ouais, ben, je veux continuer à travailler. Je suis comme, ben, écoute, tu vas me suivre dehors, toi, mon homme, parce que ça marche pas, là. Her mom was waiting outside in the car. I was like, madame, je suis désolé, mais je pense qu'il y a un petit problème. Votre fils, il me dit que tu veux que je te suce. Oh! Qu'est-ce que tu dis là? She's like that. I'm like, okay. I knew it. It's like, je suis vraiment désolé. Est-ce qu'on peut continuer la session? Je vais être avec lui.
Oh, man.
Moi, si gentil. Hein? I'm so nice. Je dis, mais écoutez, si vous êtes là, parce que je sais qu'il y a un petit problème, là, je vais vous autoriser. S'il reste gentil, je vous autorise qu'il rentre. Vraiment, I'm stupid. J'aurais dû dire non.
Yeah,
Today. I was young at the time. I was young. It was like maybe 15 years ago or something.
Right.
Il est rentré, puis là, arrivé pour payer, là. Maman, je veux m'organiser avec lui. Tu peux sortir dehors. Je veux m'organiser pour le paiement. Je suis comme, non, il reste ici, madame, avec vous. That was crazy. Anyway, that was one of the things, you know?
Wow.
So, est-ce que tu vas t'attendre? Do you gonna think there's a situation like
Expect
that?
the unexpected.
You know? Do you want me to do a blowjob or something? What the hell, man?
Jeez. All right. Well,
That was crazy. One of the situations, you see? So in music, I had another one, but this is a fun one, okay? Okay. A last one.
So keep them coming. Keep drinking and keep them coming.
But sometimes I laugh. I have family gatherings and just talk about my events, like my stuff like that.
Oh, man.
I was working. There was a Studio B again.
Yeah. That's why you changed Studio B. You're like, this is something wrong.
After 2 hours, I'm like, okay, it's the time to pay, okay?
Yeah.
The guy, okay, I'll go in the car. I'll get the change. Oh, okay. He's going to the car. He's coming back with the change for real, man. You have a plastic bag, a garbage bag.
Yeah.
oh no.
Shack on the table.
Jeez.
Full of 25 cents, dollars, pennies in Ziplocs. I'm like, I don't know how much it was. Maybe $150.
Right.
I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't going to start wasting time counting all the money. He's like, well, I'm going on vacation tomorrow. It's either that or if I come back, I'll pay you.
Right. Jeez.
At the end of the line, I had more than expected as money.
Okay.
But, you know, there was a funny situation as well.
Yeah.
You know? But, no, I filter my clientele, and I guess, you know, with the money as well, my hourly rate is much higher
Right.
than
So,
at the time.
I remember.
So it was more, you know, accessible.
right.
So you had maybe people who couldn't afford that much, but it was coming, and they were like, oh,
But you're not scared of raising your prices, knowing that the industry is just so so challenging nowadays. Like, let's just say, like, I was a rapper and I was 15 years old. Well, maybe you don't want the 15-year-old anymore. That's why. But like,
I have enough of you, Joey.
okay. No, I mean,
I love Joey.
what I mean is you're missing out on some of the market, right? By raising your prices.
But that's okay.
No, because you're having a certain category of customers.
Okay.
Maybe people who can pay more.
Yeah.
And
You're filtering,
you have this
basically.
respect as well.
And you get more.
You know, you got this respect. It's like, wow, I'm paying all that for this hour, but you feel the thing. It's like most of the people they're like, oh, I went to another studio. I'm like, okay, did you went to studios before? Yeah. And then you talk with them and they really feel it's a good thing. They feel the guy is good. He's like, well, to tell the truth, the other studio I went was my friend and he's starting and, you know, all things like that, you know.
So now you've reached a point where it's more quality over quantity, right? Like it's more.
Well, it was always quality over quantity, but it was.
In terms customer wise, I mean, you'll get you'll get the higher paying customer more than just the, you know, tons of 15-year-olds.
But, you know, I always fix something with people when I feel that they're nice and they're like, I feel something in their voice. I'm like, oh, this guy seems nice. I want to help him. Come, I'll help you. I'll do something for you, you know? But, but I mean, prices, I think, you know, you're getting from what you ask. You're high price. You'll probably have less customers, but more quality customers.
Okay.
But after 20 years, I think you know where you're going.
Right.
You did it pretty much everything. You know, as soon as somebody calls, you know exactly what type of questions he's going to ask.
Yeah.
And you know exactly what he wants.
Yeah,
I know, oh, you want to do trap music? Huh? Yeah, exactly. It's trap music. And you have your music on the web? Yeah, I got it from the web. And you're going to bring on a USB, huh?
Yeah. That was me.
You know exactly what they're going to do.
Right.
You know? And they like that. They're like, wow, you know what you're talking about, you know?
Yeah.
So, pretty much that. I mean...
right. You're a fascinating man, Michael. It's been great having you on this podcast.
Well, it's a pleasure. I mean
we really appreciate it.
I'll send you the bill. Are we? I always add a little touch, you know? I like to have fun, you know?
Like it.
The worst customer that I hate is like, if I talk with them for 3 minutes and they're like, Michael, it's like, we talked for 3 minutes, you're going to take it off of the bill. And I'm like, hey, guy, chill, you know? It's like
it's part of the process.
Yeah, you know?
We're going to rate this tequila, Michael.
Do you want to take a shot? Are you going to take a shot of tequila?
If you don't want a shot, that's fine.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
the only person who's going to get away with not having a shot.
Yeah, just because you're...
Exactly.
You're the host. We're the host, but you're really the host.
Yeah.
Right now.
All right, so salute. So I'll take a sip. Whatever happened... No, I'm just joking. That was a reference to the 1800 vodka commercials from back in the day with the guy from The Sopranos, Christopher Moltisanti from The Sopranos. How would you rate it?
Honestly, I think the worst one thus far.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
That went down so smooth.
So smooth.
For real? How much it cost a bottle like that?
This is a $40 bottle.
Okay.
$41 or something. With the SAQ. There's a gold one that's worth $70 if ever you want to. That might be for
sometimes you buy $70 tequilas?
This is Homies Tegronis podcast.
Yeah, no,
Michael.
but I mean, in your personal life, what is the most expensive bottle you bought?
Oh.
I'm not
going to lie to you, Michael.
I don't pay.
If it's only for me,
I don't pay for that.
I go for Jack Daniels. Which is
I paid like $20 bottles.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a fancy guy.
I'm not a guy who's going to spend, like, you know, I drink beer and stuff like that. I like beer.
What's your favorite beer?
I like...
Corona?
Corona. J'aime...
Of course.
My God, me and the names, man. I buy some beer, but I'm not good with the names.
Yeah.
But I like beer, especially in summer.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
I like, du vin pétillant, things like that, little bubbly, things like that.
Michael, actually, before we rate the... Oh, no. I want to ask you...
Rated it,
No, we didn't rate it.
No, we didn't rate it. Did we rate it? No, we didn't. I wanted to ask you for book recommendations. Do you listen to audiobooks at all? Or podcasts? Or No, none of that?
No. I listen to podcasts like Apple Podcasts. I like technology.
Okay.
But I don't.
But not even
have...
audiobooks, audibles, or
no.
Okay.
No, you know what? I listen to audio all day.
Right.
Trust me, man. I don't want to listen to audio again. You know.
So you only listen to the Homies Tegronis podcast? What you're saying? That's the only one you listen to?
It's the only that I listen to.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
totally.
fair.
Perfect.
Rate the tequila.
5.9.
That is crazy. You're crazy talk. I'm gonna give it a 9.1.
Oh my
I don't
God!
know what the difference is gonna be, but we'll see. This was a fantastic tequila. This was the best tequila we've ever
You
had.
just like the commercial.
I love the commercial.
Wow.
That doesn't mean I don't like the tequila.
You're trying to get... Okay, wait. I rate it a 9.1 as well. We take that clip, we tag them on Instagram,
And we get them
and maybe
to...
we get sponsors.
Sponsors.
Let's redo that right now, real quick.
All right.
Okay.
How do you rate this tequila?
Well, this gets a 9.1.
Oh, 9.2 for me.
All right. Perfect. Well, this is the best tequila we've ever had on the Homies Tegronis podcast.
Michael, we're gonna ask you one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that we need a jingle for this podcast, and you're
We could do a
you're
jingle for
wizard
the podcast.
on the piano. So if you wanna just give us a 10-second jingle later, we're just gonna put you on the spot and ask you to do it.
We could go right away.
You can't say no.
Yeah, I think I think the camera reaches the piano.
Yeah?
So.
Yeah.
All right.
And
I'll go
be
right
careful
away.
with Mike, Dave, bring the microphone there.
Yeah, the microphone.
That's here. That's cool. Codes.
Sorry.
That's right.
We got coats all over.
Wait, Michael, wait. We're gonna get the mic.
Well, let's do a little jingle here.